I am on fire, engulfed in thundering flames. I don't want to talk about it. It's all I want to talk about. Pam, my daughter-in-law, is running like a colt after a yellow golf ball. She's pregnant, I whisper to my husband. He scoffs. I'm right. Pam is ordered to bed late in the pregnancy. She's given drugs to prevent a miscarriage. We worry about side effects. The due date coincides with the wedding day of our other son in Washington, D.C. Pam remains at home. Orrin is the best man. Everyone in Pam's family is in D.C. I worry more. I call Pam from the hotel and cry. She assures me she's fine. Pam goes into labor during the wedding ceremony. The best man's speech is delivered right after the cocktail hour. Orrin drives home, breaking every speed limit, his brother-in-law at his side for company, but too drunk to stay awake. I dream about car crashes and a grandchild without a father. Joseph is exquisite. Pale skin, high cheekbones, large gray eyes, long eyelashes, silky dark hair. So stunning that strangers stopped to compliment him and were out together on city streets. Joe is a silent child. I don't worry. His Uncle Adam didn't talk until he was 3. Then Adam began by speaking in full sentences. Joe is an independent child. I don't worry. His father was and still is fiercely independent. Others worry, especially Pam. I accompany Pam to the specialist. It is a particularly uncomfortable office with ugly toys. Joe sits on my lap, pointing at the pictures as I read and reread. Mr. Brown can moo. Then he opens and closes cabinet doors, refusing to look at the doctor.
PDD-NOS, or pervasive developmental delay not otherwise specified.
What does that mean? What's the best case scenario?
Maybe no diagnosis, maybe autism.
Silence in the cab back to the apartment. Joe on my lap, my arm, rubbing Pam's back, searching for words of comfort that do not come. At their home, I play with Joe. I hear Pam on the phone trying to explain to Orrin, repeating herself each time more slowly and softly. My eyes are dry. Joe has a sense of humor. Joe is affectionate. Joe has eye contact. My joyful, beautiful boy. Autistic? That's not what I learned at college. Later, I meet my husband and friends at a fancy restaurant. The smiles freeze when I manage to spit out the news. I rush to the privacy of the bathroom to vomit. The diagnosis sets off a frenzy of activity: early intervention, tutoring, learning specialists, therapists coming and going day and night. I wonder whether I will ever hear Joe's voice. His perfectly formed fingers hold a small red bottle of soap bubbles. His eyes narrow. He stares intently. He says, "Bubbles." I dance around the kitchen island, clapping my hands and singing, "Yes, Joe, bubbles, bubbles." Say it again, Joe. Say it again. Bubbles, bubbles. He laughs. He does not say bubbles again for months. For 15 years, I try to teach Joe about the normal world, and he teaches me just a bit about the world that is his. This is what I have learned so far. Joe does not gossip. I can tell Joe my secrets. He won't betray me. He doesn't lie. He does not dress to impress. He is always just himself. He does not judge others by how they look, what they wear, who they know, or their job title. He hugs the very young, the very old, and the handicapped. He shares. Wet kisses are wonderful. He can make me glow when he smiles and says, "I am so happy," and thrill me when he says, I love you.